Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long goes 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise, reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long goes 1975.
This is Formula 1 on the SEGA Megadrive and or SEGA Genesis, pick your poison. Released by Domark in 1993, and I'm playing this because very recently I played Vroom on the Atari ST and was insanely impressed by it because it's a very early 1991 game that uses polygons for the background, which was basically unheard of then. And I mentioned in the video that there is a game on the Mega Drive and or SEGA Genesis that uses the same game engine. Interesting at the bottom the screen is cropped there, but not when you're not in the game. Yeah, I know, splitting hairs. Yeah, there's a game on the Mega Drive where it uses the Vroom engine, but you're on a motorbike, and Dean Swain said that there's a game on the Mega Drive that is basically this, and it's called Formula 1. So, it's not on my Mega Drive Mini, my hacked Mega Drive Mini Mark 1, so I had a look on my Super Console X, and it's in there. Boring random fact, the Super Console X has 2 Mega Drive game sections and 2 Genesis game sections. Not sure why, and that's not because one's got Mega CD and the other one's got 32X or something separate from the main ROMs. No, because you've also got a Mega CD and a 32X section. Just thought you should know. So, I thought I'd get into this, so let's press start. So, this is basically Vroom with a Formula 1 license slapped on it. You know, like all the bells and whistles that a Formula 1 license would bring, so... Have a look at options. Arcade, training. We're going to go with arcade. Novice, amateur, professional, expert. I guess we go with novice because I want to actually finish a race for a change. Music's not the greatest, nor is it the worst. No idea what reviews this got back in the day, but in the score that the actual Super Console X assigns it, it's only got 2 stars. Maybe it's shit. Maybe I should get a white stick. 1 player. Turbo, 1 player. I'm assuming that that's a faster game mode? Well, we are in arcade. We're going to go with 1 player. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, shit. No, we can go with auto. Thank God for that. So, obviously, unlike Vroom, I have buttons assigned to accelerate. Obviously this is a new screen as well, but to be fair, that picture of a bloke with his racing helmet on was a new screen as well, because you would expect that now that it's got a license slapped on it. So we can tweak this shit, can we? But we're not going to. I'm assuming that's in default. Do like the way how old school Formula 1 cars look, but not the sport. Don't like it. Again, it's cropped at the bottom, top of the screen. Pretty much the same as the Atari ST, only you can see time easier. My miles per hour at the top of the middle of my screen. Oh, and I'm reading this shit out, which is why I'm crashing a lot. You can see my gear shifting, even though I'm in automatic, which would be the same for manual to be fair, underneath the map in the top left hand corner. Right. Is the draw distance better? I'll tell you what I have noticed immediately is there's far more colour on the enemy cars. That's right, I said enemy cars. I don't even know if I got a brake. Yeah, I got a brake. But this is still impressive. Again, this is 1993. I'm assuming they've tweaked it then, because the way the other cars look. But there still wasn't any polygonal shit going on. When was Virtua Racing on the Mega Drive, the SVP? Which, to be honest, runs like a bag of spanners. This doesn't. I know that's entirely, you know, polygon overkill. But I'd rather play this than that. I can tell you that immediately. Well, I can tell you that because I played Vroom. I don't know if it's quite as smooth. It seems a bit, but when I turn, like the image seems to move quite sharply. I like the fact that it's a bit more forgiving than Vroom in the sense that I can ram the shit out of him and I'm not dead. Obviously scenery still hurts me. We've still got the sound effects. Oh, what was that? Apparently there are pits on this. Well, on the Atari ST version at least. Obviously, since the speedo's on the top middle of the... See what I mean? Doesn't seem quite as smooth for hard turns and shit. I'm assuming that's a frame rate thing. It still tits quick. Definitely don't think it's as smooth. Is that a bad port of the engine? Maybe that's me, maybe that's emulation, maybe I should get a white stick. I'm just as shit at it. All my information is far easier to read, lap and yeah, I don't think this has got quite as good a frame rate. But as I said, I'm emulating this. But to be fair, I was emulating Vroom on the Atari ST, wasn't I? So, you know, swings and roundabouts. I can see myself on the... I can see my house from it. I can see myself on the map. Oh, lordy. That's a win situation. Well, it's not, because shit still finds your face when you look up. But... cursory glances. Look at me dabbing the brakes. Cursory glances to the top of the screen can be your friend. I'd like to know where my position is. Alright, give me a way by. The enemy cars, opposition I am aware, are miles more impressive on this. I want to say bigger, but that might be a screen resolution thing. Shit. I can't help but feel, I'm in Brazil, no that's not what I can't help but feel. I can't help but feel that a Formula 1 game, and it was the same on the Atari ST, that doesn't tell me my position, fails. You had one job to do, Formula 1 game, beat Formula 1E. See, that's a bit jerky, isn't it? And by not having a position counter, I feel you failed. Failed the sport. Go and sit in the corner. Hang your head in shame. I'm joshing. Pits in! Where's the pit? Pits in Tarwarn. So there are pits. I don't know where the pits are. I'm looking at the map, which is why I just crashed. I'm just going to stay at the left of the screen. I'm assuming the pits are on the left. Hey, they still break. What's that little bar? Can someone see that? Can someone see that? I can see it, so you can surely see it. Retired. Tyres blow. Where's the pit? Wow. Also, they wear out a hell of a lot quicker than they do on the Atari ST, apparently. Gym Trip. I find that an odd name for some reason. Right, fuck it. We're going to go with amateur. Arcade, train. No, let's go with training. Novice. Player turbo. Player versus computer. 2 players. So, is that split screen? Obviously that's obsolete because I'm Billy No Mates at the moment, but player versus computer. Does that mean a split fuck it, let's find out. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Pit stop's a button! That's interesting. I have no idea what the bottom would be mapped to be fair. Okay. I mean, it's got a license slapped on it, you can tell that. It's shiny, they've made an effort. Prepare to train at Interlagos. Sounds like an airport. Skip, skip, skip. Skip to the end. Yes! How's this going to work? I'm at the bottom. I'm assuming cuts have been made. Whoa! You would expect this one to be slightly more jerky, slower and stuff like that. I'm going to say it, I'm going to call it. Like I said, maybe it's an emulation thing, but I think this is smoother on the Atari ST. Is that to do with the fact that, again, the Atari ST was more comfortable doing polygons than the Mega Drive? I'm panicking when we're braking, can you tell? And now I'm steering because I looked up at his track. See, the fact that you've got a 2-player mode though would have made this boss back in the day. Couch co-op. Co-op? Couch multiplayer. It was boss. The internet, you've got a lot to answer for. Oh, I can't stay mad at you, internet. If only because I get my ROMs from you. This is cool. I like this. I like this a lot. Wow. You proper feel like a go-kart, or look like a go-kart now, I should say. Now, even though I'm not looking at the top of the screen, in my peripheral vision or whatever, it's going in there, and it's making me feel a little bit nauseous. Shit, I do like that noise. Also, is that a rev counter, that blue and red thing? Because I would have liked an analog dial. Ironically, it would have been digital because that's what the game is. But you know what I mean. Right. I was trying to do a pit stop. What? Do I have to wait for it to tell me that my tyres are guffed before I can call a pit stop? Or are there no pit stops in practice? Oh! Nausea be thy friend. I do like the draw distance on the track there when you're coming down the hill. And the undulation in this is superb. I'm looking up, I'm looking up, I'm looking up, I'm looking up. I got a brake. Anchors away! Oh, and a bit much. Yeah, it's choppy, isn't it? I mean, I can't blame it for what it's doing, to be fair. I never played this back in the day. I did not even know of it back in the day. In 1991, to be fair, I had a Super Famicom as well. And I think I was probably a little bit more, you know, won over, dazzled, if you will, by Mode 7. Although I would say that this, more so in one-player mode, that's far more impressive than Mode 7. Because it's polygons and not flat pack IKEA 3D. Ben coming up. Still can't look at the top of the screen. The double angry wasps trapped underneath the cider glass on a bench in the back of the pub garden. They don't work together, do they? Oh, that's choppy. Again, I can feel what... Maybe I sound like I'm being overly critical and harsh, because what it's doing is well impressive. And the controls are tight. Obviously, I'm just going with the standard, you know, man arcade mode. Just fucking gun it and assume that you can stop on a dime and shit like that. Ooh, look at that. I might have to take this around my brother's house. I feel I would actually like to play this on a massive TV where everything looks pixelated to tits. There's that massive corner coming up again. It's away! Oh, that's a Star Wars quote. Yeah, put it in a racing game. You live with that. So I'm assuming then pit stops are out in training, which I'm fine with. But I am curious as to how you trigger pit stops. Shit, like that. Just hit something solid and you'll stop. Who's winning? I don't know. Why is he not? He is on the map. He's green. I'm assuming he's green. Am I green? No, I'm red because that tied up with a corner. Can you imagine that? You're looking at the wrong coloured car. Because it's not like it told us, is it? Or maybe it didn't. I just missed the bloody obvious. Right, get on the track, you Wendy. Well, there's another game which I have played years and years and years ago called F1 Championship Edition, which has a polygonal background engine, but it's not made by Domark. I forget who it's made by. P something. Full of information, me. But yeah, that's got... So did they borrow the engine? If anyone knows that? Did they borrow the engine? Or did they just come up with their own one? Someone should have lent it to fucking hard driving. Although I have a massive soft spot for hard driving on the Mega Drive, I really do. I think it's fantastic, just because I played it back in the day, having, you know, been blown away by the arcade. And, you know, slow and all that shit, there was nothing like it. And it's entirely different to this, isn't it? Because it's kind of free roaming, isn't it? Ooh! Look at me actually trying to drive. Coming up to the Mackay corner. How many laps? Here we go. Hold your nerve. Anchors on. I think I did slightly better that time. Maybe I'll make this the thumbnail. Then you'll have to use a magnifying glass. That would be where the pits are, surely. Ooh. You know what? I'm still very impressed with this. probably showing it off to do a kind of fair comparison to the Atari ST version. Doing it in two-player mode is not the way. There's a multiplayer version on the Atari ST, but I'm assuming that was linking machines and not split screen. So obviously it's going to take a hit in this mode. Things do. The GoldenEye generation accept that and understand it, so, you know, don't be so harsh, people. It's the little engine that could. I feel it's far more forgiving on not killing you, but then again that might be because this is practice. I've looked up. That would be where the pits are, surely. I looked up again. See? Don't look up more than once. I want to know... Oh yeah. Pause button. Lap time. We're on lap 5, or does it just keep going because it's practice? And this is where I find it awkward. I'm pausing. See, that could have bit me in the ass. It did bite me in the ass. I'm looking at the top of the screen. See, that's the dangers of pause mid-game. Right. I'm pressing everything. Why can't I... So they are, you know, down to how hard you brake and shit, but why can't I don't know how you trigger pit. I don't know if that's an emulation thing, and I'm missing a button. Oh, shame, because I could have finished. I could have been a contender. Why am I still braking if I got the tyres? We'll just accelerate and not brake. Can he finish it? Right. I'm going to press the other buttons here. No. Why? How? Please, someone tell me how you pit in. Or does this emulation miss a button? I've not tried any of the Mega Drive games, to be fair. Although I've tried 32X and Mega CD. Right. So that was because I'm holding another button down, not just dabbing it. For the love of God, end! I don't know why I'm assuming it was only 5 laps. Ooh. Listen to him! Right, pressing buttons, sure. Why can't I pit? Where's the bird this feather came from? Well, surely that would have been it. I was pressing shit. I'm just going to drive until they blow. That's how I rock in my world. We're on lap 6. I thought that's quite impressive that my tyres have lasted this long, to be fair. Well, there you go. How the fuck do you pit? I mean, it's only 3 buttons, isn't it? So, and all the other buttons, I tried the shoulder buttons and everything, didn't work. Anyway, Formula 1, Room on the Mega Drive. Clearly, a lot more polished than its, I couldn't say PC Engine, its Atari ST, you know, ancestor. I feel that that one's ever so slightly smoother, but this one definitely tries to do a lot more, and it's got split screen 2-player, which is absolutely fantastic, more so back in the day, and I can forgive it for being jerky in that, because obviously look what it's trying to do. Anyway, it's always a love to know, especially when you played this back in the day, and how the fuck do you pit stop? Thank you very much for watching, I'll see you later.